One of the most epic and fun trips that I did in my camper Lemon was a surfing trip along the Cape South Coast in South Africa. December holidays are a tradition in South Africa, but this one was special. It had been a terrible personal year in 2001 for myself and friend Luke. Both of us were keen to get away from it all, and so Luke suggested a 4-week kitesurfing and windsurfing trip down the Cape South Coast. I said, cool, let's do it. I have the perfect vehicle, Lemon the camper. And so we hit the road, headed for Buffels Bay campground on the garden route. From there we made our way down the coast, stopping off at another great spot, Witsand. Then it was on to Cape Town for New Year's, and then up the west coast to Langebaan. And then it would be the long trek home again. The trip down was long and took us 2 days, and so we had to stop over in the Karoo somewhere. We just slept on the side of the road. I was super comfortable and warm inside, but Luke had to sleep outside on top of the roof rack, and to this day he still complains about how cold it was. Buffels Bay is a beautiful spot just south of Knysna. It has a popular caravan park, which is where we stayed. Some of our friends, Dave and Nicola and Andrew and Mel, were also in the area at the time. This spot had some great surf, but the wind wasn't that great. After a couple of days we headed south, about 250 kilometers to Witsand.
Here's our caravan site. And there's the fun. And there's Bundy. There's flippin' Bundy. All of Bundy's shit. There's book. Sexy book.
This is where the Breda River flows into the ocean, creating a beautiful big lagoon. The southerly winds are good here and blow across the clean open beach. We camped in the caravan park and made friends with some of the annual locals who come down every year.
No. We'll be rich and you'll be famous.
Louis, where's your crap hat?
Oh, my Santa Claus.
Yeah. You have to step back a bit, the fish is so big I can't get it in the picture. Come a bit to your left. Ah, shot. What's your name? Where do you catch a thing? Here in the river? In the sea? You've got to try and keep the camera still, otherwise when it comes out...
But I like Louis' filming moves there. I think he's got promises.
We had great fun here, but the real attraction was kitesurfing and windsurfing, and we had plenty of that. Dave also joined us here on some of those days. We had all become friends windsurfing, and it was trips like this that we lived for. Luke had moved on to the brand new sport of kitesurfing and was learning quickly. While the rest of us were still on windsurfers.
Give us a shot! Yeah! Wipe out! Oh man!
But in the end, this turned out to be the last windsurfing trip that I ever did, because I actually switched to kitesurfing after this. We were only halfway through our trip, but the year was coming to an end. We hit the road again, travelling further south, past Cape Agulhas, the southernmost tip of Africa. We were headed for Cape Town, where we were planning to see the new year in. We spent most of the time at Blouberg, which is a world-famous windsurfing location, and soon to become one of the most popular kitesurfing spots in the world. At Blouberg we stayed with a friend of ours, Sifcliffe, and his dogs in his dodgy bachelor pad in Table View. On a windless day we headed out to Blouberg Hill for a bit of 4x4 action. Cliff took us up to the top of Blouberg Hill to check out the view. We had this steep hill to get up and I was struggling a little bit. First gear low range was not doing it, but eventually when I switched to second, things looked a bit better.
I now have Bundy doing his famous 4x4 recovery.
Hey, Bundy!
What is the man?
Top of Blouberg here.
Hello, I'm an explorer.
Hey, Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Dr. Lookingstone.
Lookingstone. Yeah, Land Rover.
The last stop on this epic trip was up the west coast to Langebaan Lagoon. Here we camped at a very rustic feathers campsite, where the chickens were our only neighbours. Langebaan is a special spot with consistent wind almost every day and warm lagoon water. Eventually all good things come to an end, and after almost a month of fun, sun, sand and wind, we said our goodbyes to the chickens and hit the road again. And Lemon took us home.